Okay, let's talk about our next self-study skill, reading. This is another very common question. Oh, teacher, how do I self-study reading? Well, let's look at a few skills. First, choose a story you know already. Use an online dictionary for meaning and pronunciation while you read. And lastly, write synonyms next to new words. So let's go ahead and go through these. First, choose a story you know already. Read a story in English that you know very well in your native language. For example, I know the story Harry Potter so well. I have read the books in my native language many times. So when I want to practice reading in another language, well, a great place to start for me is Harry Potter because I know the characters, I know the story, and this helps me to understand or infer, which means guess the meaning of words in sentences, right? Because I already know the story. So it could be any story for you. Just think, what's a story you know very well? And then find that in English. Find that book in English. This helps your comprehension or your understanding and your language development because you learn slowly how to infer the meaning of words in sentences or in a paragraph or in a story, right? So, because you know it, it is a little easier to understand and maybe more interesting because it's a story you know and like. The next self study skill for reading is use an online dictionary while you read. So maybe you're reading a book, or maybe you like to read on a Kindle or a tablet. You can always have your phone nearby to use an online dictionary while you read. Of course, when you read, there will be words you don't know, phrases you don't know, things that will be confusing, right? So always have a dictionary nearby. When you see new words when reading, you can look them up in an online dictionary. So one of my favorites is Cambridge Dictionary. This is dictionary.cambridge.org, something like that. Just search Cambridge Dictionary. It will go from language to language. There are many different languages, and you can see meanings. What does the word mean? And how do you use it in a sentence? You can see the translation. What is the word in your language? And you can click to hear how the word sounds and practice your speaking as well, right? So this is very useful. I think when you are reading, remember all of our language skills help each other. When we get better at writing, we get better at speaking and reading and even listening. And when our reading gets better, it helps our other skills too. So don't be afraid to write the meaning or translation above the word and read the sentence out loud a few times to help your speaking and your reading comprehension or your understanding of what you're reading. It helps to do it maybe 3 times to really help your understanding, right? So make sure to use a dictionary while you read, and don't be afraid to write in your book. If you are, maybe you are reading on a computer or tablet, just keep a notebook and write the words on there as you go along. All right, our last self study method for reading is write synonyms. next to words. So, what is a synonym? A synonym is a word with the same meaning as another word. So, if I see the word big, some synonyms or words with the same meaning are large and sizable. And we can use these all in almost the exact same way in most sentences, right? Synonyms are a great way to improve our reading comprehension and, again, also our speaking as we learn different ways to say the same thing. This is, even as a native English speaker, something we learn as we grow up, as we go from kindergarten all the way through high school and so on. We learn how to expand our vocabulary and use more words and bigger words and more descriptive words. So you can do that too, right? This is a natural part of learning a language, and you can make it happen for yourself by writing out some synonyms. So maybe you see a big word or an unfamiliar word, which means not familiar, don't know it, right? We don't recognize it. So write synonyms. Maybe you see a word, oh, what is that? So yes, we can look up the meaning in translation, and it's helpful to write down synonyms for that word. So let's say you're reading and you see the word sizable and you think, what does that mean? Sizable? So you look it up, and maybe above the word, you write the words big and large. And this helps you make the connection. This is another word I can use for big or large. You can also write synonyms for small common words to expand your vocabulary. So let's say you see the word large and you look up a synonym. Above it, you write sizable. You can go both directions with this. But this is a great way to expand your language and improve your vocabulary and your reading. And of course, because all of our skills are connected, read the sentence again with each new synonym. Maybe you write 3 synonyms for a word. Well, read the sentence, switching out with each new synonym. Most of the time, as long as it's the same part of speech, so all adjectives, for example, then we can often use them in the same way, but we might need a different ending, right?